Hey guys, and welcome to season 3 of the Us People podcast. I'm your host, Savia Rocks, and in this season, I get to make my guests laugh, cry, and even make them think about life a little differently with the questions I fire over to them, which digs into their lives and professions a little differently. We even had a chance to change up the intro, giving you a fresh, new sound. I look forward to sharing season 3 of the Us People podcast with you. Let's go.
Hey, my name is Sadakat Aman Khan, and I am an Indian music personality and author. And you are listening to the Us People podcast with Savia Rocks. Thank you so much, Savia.
Made up my mind, now is my time to shine. Now is my time to shine. Time that you let go, time that you let go. Now is my time to shine. Now is my time to shine. Now is my time to shine. Time that you let go, time that you let go. Now is my time to shine. Now is my time to shine.
Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Us People podcast. I'm your host, Savia Rocks, and today I'm humbled to have Sadakat here with me, who is a talented music personality and also an author. Sadakat, thank you so much for taking your time to come on the Us People podcast. How are you?
Thank you, Savia, for having me here. I am good. How are you?
I'm good. You know what, Sadakat, thank you so much for asking. Not many people ask. I've only had literally a handful of people ever ask me this question when I do an interview with them. So thank you so much. I'm doing really well. I know it's hot over there where you are. But
Obviously, it is very hot here.
It's hot there. but I'm so happy that you've taken the time to. I know we're on different time zones as well. And it's so nice to be able to connect with you, even though we're in two different places in the world. So thank you so much. So
Thank you for having me, Savia.
no, you're more than welcome. So my first question for you is, could you tell me a little bit about your background and where you grew up and how that influenced you to be the person who you are today?
So basically, those who don't know who am I want to introduce myself. I am Sadakat Aman Khan. I am an Indian classical musician, basically from Malda, West Bengal. I am a solo harmonium player and a harmonium accompanist. I belong to a Gharana heritage, which is the pathfinder of Ustad Bari Ghulam Ali Khan Sahab. The Gharana's name is Kasur Patiala Gharana. And basically, I started learning from my grandfather, who is a legendary figure here. His name is Sangeetacharya Ustad Muhammad Yunus Khan Sahab. And currently, I'm learning music from my father, who is also a legendary figure. And his name is Ustad Sadat Rana Khan. And I also got a chance to take talim or training from the harmonium maestro Sri Shubhendu Banerjee from Gaya Gharana. Like I also got many chances to accompany Indian classical maestros and legends such as Ustad Wasim Ahmed Khan Sahab, Ustad Arshad Ali Khan Sahab, Ustad Raza Ali Khan Sahab, to name some. And I have also worked in different fusion music in different bands and musical societies, and one of those is Cotton Mouth. And like I also want to address that I am the founder of a new genre of music, that is harmonium metal. Coming back to your question, Savia, as I already told you before that I feel very lucky to be born in a family which is so rich in music, and I am the third generation of my family to continue and hold this legacy forward. And I definitely, it has influenced me a lot, because my grandfather was such a legendary figure, and to follow his path and guidelines is itself a challenging job to do, because the audiences judge you with your grandpa's name. So it is challenging as well as a difficult job to do. And apart from that, I want to tell you, I want to tell the audiences uh, that he is a person like my grandfather who has influenced me the most, and for him maybe I am the person that I am today.
I like that. That's really beautiful.
Maybe it was a long, but I expressed my feelings.
No, I love it. That's the whole point. You done it eloquently and
Yeah.
for the sheer fact that, you know, you wanted to share what you do
Yeah.
with people who are listening today is a beautiful thing. So thank you so much for sharing that. You know,
Yeah. Thank.
why is music so important to your soul? And how does music help heal you?
Yeah, that is a very good question. Thanks, Savia, for asking me such a beautiful question. So, the first point I want to narrate you is that music connects us. We can be different in forms of demography, food habits, and culture, but music is the form of art that puts all of us together. Because music it is made basically made with seven basic notes. In India, we call it as sare gama padhani, and in USA, you can call it as do re mi fa sol la ti do.
Yes.
So basically, both the things are same, and it is the only way that unites or connects us. So both the things are almost the same thing. And in addition to that, I want to tell you that music helps in treating mental illness as well. Music literally changes the brain.
Yes.
Neurological researchers have found that listening to music triggers the release of several neurochemicals that play a role in brain function and mental health. So, music can also help in lower anxiety and depression. And it really helps me when I am depressed sometimes in life. I just sit down with my harmonium and practice. This really helps me heal my inner side.
I love that. I love that so much. See, you have knowledge and wisdom here, right here. See, I love that. See, so define. See, this is a difficult question. That when I ask people,
Yeah,
it can be quite hard.
yeah.
But define to me who you are as a person, and also what do you see when you look in the mirror? But what does your reflection say back to you as a creative person?
That is really a difficult and a tough question, but I would rather say I am a pretty laid back person and I like to go with the flow.
Yeah.
But when it comes to music, I try to create my own path and be authentic. When
Ah.
I look in the mirror, I see a learner, a seeker who's just trying to be a better version of himself. Creatively, my reflection embodies the soul of my music. Music has always been an integral part of my life, and my reflection reminds me of all my imperfections, which is beautiful in its own way, I feel.
Yes, I agree.
That is a small answer I have for this question. Sorry.
No, no. Listen. There is every answer somebody gives me is a perfect answer. The reason why it's a perfect answer is because it's coming from you authentically, and it
Yeah,
means something to you, and that's what matters, and that's what matters to the listeners listening, because they will be able to connect and relate to what you have to say, knowing that somewhere in their life where they're feeling depressed, anxiety, or sadness, disappointment, that what you have just said, they will understand.
yeah, yeah.
And that's the best answer you can give me. That's so. How did your journey begin within music? I know you spoke about your father and also your grandfather being a big
Yeah.
influence in your life, but how did your journey begin within music? And how did you become emotionally connected to always try and be your best?
So that this is a very good question. Like how I came into this music.
Mm.
So I still remember, like I was somewhat 3 or 4 years old since I started learning from my grandfather,
Mhm.
and he passed away when I was 5. And after that, I started learning music from my father, Ustad Sadat Rana Khan. I remember one incident from my childhood. I was too small at that time. My father used to take me uh, with him during his riyaz. Riyaz means practice sessions, we call.
Mm.
So he used to take me with him. I was a little guy with 5 years or 4 years of age, and he used to take me with him. Uh, I was a little small at that time, and he used to riyaz at 11 p.m. or 11:30 p.m. maybe, and I used to listen to him with ease. Like I was a small boy at that time, and I still remember today that I often slept in his lap while he was doing his riyaz, and I found myself the in the bed the next morning. So this is why I gradually learned music listening to all the maestros and legends that my family has.
See, what was your grandfather's favorite music? Do you remember?
Yeah, my grandfather's favorite music was Indian classical music,
Oh,
and he was such a. I want to tell you that he was such a legendary figure that he has lot of compositions in his name. Like he was not only a composer, he was a he was a very good human being. I would rather say, like he has a lot of contributions in the Indian classical music world, and literally one or two compositions definitely sing for you today.
okay.
So that's it.
I like it. I love that. Please, one
Yeah.
thing I'd love to know is because I'm obviously of a Indian heritage where my mother is Indian and
Wow.
my father, yes. So when you said Calcutta, I was like, yes, because my mother's family is obviously from Calcutta side of India, whereas my father is
Wow.
black. So I have half and half. I have half you and
Wow.
half someone else. So that's good. so,
That's
so that's
amazing.
that's a beautiful thing to have. But talk to me about the culture because this is something I would love to learn and know about because I am half of a heritage that I believe I never know enough of. Could you
Yeah.
talk to me about the culture and how your family also support you with your talent?
So if I talk about India's culture, India is so diverse that here people listens to each and every genre of music. Not only in music, but in terms of food habits, culture also. People adopts everything. In every culture, people adopts.
Yeah.
Like India is so diverse that each and every state has its own language. Like I live in West Bengal. I speak Bengali. You live in Maharashtra. You speak Marathi. And if you go in Jammu and Kashmir, there people speak Kashmiri. So India is so diverse that people not only speak different languages, but here people also has a different food habits also. Not only food habits. If I talk about their music also, in it's not only a part of Indian classical music, but if I generally speak about like different type of musics in India. So if you compare Kolkata's music with Kashmiri music, it is totally different because in West Bengal, basically people sing songs of Rabindranath Tagore.
Hmm.
Rabindranath Tagore is a Nobel laureate and itself a very big name. And if you go to Assamese, so people sing a different kind of music there. So this is a very India is so diverse. So if I really talk about India's culture, India is so diverse that people listens to each and every genre of music. So but coming from a family of Indian classical musician, I decided to carry forward my legacy, that is Indian classical music. And my family supported a lot in my musical journey, and they are very happy that I am continuing this legacy forward.
I like that. I like that a lot. It's
Yeah.
nice when your family support you because not every family, especially when you're in different cultures, support a child when they're doing music, especially because they don't think it's a profession. But I always say to people, how do those music people become successful if they didn't take a chance? You know? Talk to me. This is something I love because before we started the podcast, you played your musical instruments to me.
Yeah.
So I would love to know, talk to me about your musical instruments that you play and why did you choose these musical instruments? Because you could have chose anything. Why did you choose these?
So basically, I try to play each and every types of instruments. Let it be harmonium or piano or keyboard, guitar, or different types of percussions and reed instruments.
Hmm.
But I chose the harmonium as my identity because I gradually found interest in this instrument because it looks easy, but it is quite tough to carry forward your identity
Yes.
in something. So
Yes.
it is very important.
I like that. It
And in
also shows.
addition to that, yeah, in addition to that, I want to explain a little bit thing about this instrument. So harmonium is an instrument that is made in that was made in France by Alexander Devane. So it has like it was invented in France. Then it came to India in 1940s maybe, and then it has been, before harmony was an instrument that was played like a piano, that was an organ kind of instrument that has pedals, and you have to put the bellows with your foot. So in India we have a culture that do music sitting, like in a
Yes.
sitting posture we do the music. And so basically one of a person, his name is Darkanath Ghosh of Kolkata. He basically modified the harmonium and he named it as the harmonium, and the company's name is Dwarkanath and Sons. The company's name was, and harmonium is the only instrument that I think each and every house in India has. And people,
Ah.
yeah, and people thinks that the instrument is very easy to play, and really the instrument, I generally feel the instrument is somewhat easy to play, but if you want to learn it, you have to learn it from the scratch, because it has a lot of thing to learn from.
Can you learn it by yourself or do you need someone to teach you how to learn it?
I have learned it by myself. So people
Wow.
can learn it by themselves, but like they need some kind of guidance who is not into music, because I was into music from my childhood. My grandfather was there to guide me. My father is there to guide me. So I got a guidance from my family itself. So there need to be someone who can guide you.
Okay. Well, maybe
Yeah,
you can teach me one day when I come to see you.
obviously, definitely.
I like that, obviously. I like, I like that. So, how important is diversity to you? And what value do you feel you bring to the world when it comes to showing your personality, your talent, and your charisma for what you do?
In today's time, diversity is a topic we often struggle with.
Hmm.
I belong from Malda, small town in West Bengal, India. For me, representing my hometown on the world map, creatively or otherwise, is very important. I really like to diverse diversify my content and experimenting with different genres and cultures. Recently, I did a cover of Western blues on my good old harmonium.
Yeah, I like that.
I want to add something with this. I, like 2 years before, I went to Taiwan for my higher studies. I went to Taiwan. There I played this melodica, this instrument.
Yes.
I played this with Chinese music. I learned Chinese music 2 months and I played with them. There is a band's name, Wind Band. I played with them, learning their music, their form of music.
Oh, see, that's
Yeah,
amazing. You have to, if you ever have a video of that, you have to show it to me.
obviously I have it. I have photos also. It is
Good.
there. I think
Okay.
it is there in my website,
Okay.
mrharmonium.com. Yeah.
Ah, see, guys, we're gonna get to that at the end. We're gonna promote. You know,
Thank you so much,
we're
everyone.
gonna promote that. So, talk to me about how you feel about the next generation. How do you feel the world will change when it comes to creatively, but also how do you feel it will change, especially when we're fighting against racism and standing up for what we feel is right in the world or should be right in the world?
So I really feel the next generation will really help the world in a way of creativity, because this generation guys are or kids are very talented.
Yes.
Like they are born with technologies. They know they are very smart, not like us. Because previously we used to at least play football or cricket in fields, and nowadays like children's always play some games like PUBG and all. They want small kids, but not criticizing themselves, but they are really very talented nowadays childrens, because they are very sharp. Even I see my father like teaching small kids, and they are so sharp, they catch everything so frequently, so fluently they catch everything. Like if my father say small kid, like he's probably, his name is Ansh, I think. He comes to my father to take lessons, and my father like he sat with him, and he was a, like he was his first day. So my father spoke about just say sa. So sa. So that 3 year, to my surprise, the kid was so sharp enough that he did it at once only.
And that was it. He just knew how to do it.
Like I want to tell you that the kids are in this generation are very talented,
See, I
because
hope,
technology is
yeah.
also improving, no?
Yes, of course, every day.
Yeah,
Every day technology improves, and
improving.
I'd love to see how it is in the next 15 years or so.
Yeah,
See? So, the next one is more about spirituality,
yeah,
okay? And I believe when I met you for the first time and I spoke to you, I felt that there was a higher level to you that maybe you haven't spoken to me about. And it was about spirituality. So could you talk to me about spirituality and learning and the guidance that you have learned that has helped you on your journey throughout your
yeah.
life?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I have the privilege of learning music from an array of eminent personalities of the music industry in India. To sum up their spiritual teachings, I would say learning is very important as I have understood. The Guru Shishya, that we called in Hindi, which in English it is called teacher student relationship, really instilled a very deep sense of morality in me. I feel that being true to oneself and experiencing emotions fully is what makes a musician bloom. Be it music or just life, their spiritual guidance has led me to be who I am today.
See, that's a really nice way of putting it. That's
Yeah,
it's definitely. So I have two more questions for you,
yeah, yeah, definitely.
but my second to last one is: do you have any? What is your biggest regret in life? Do you have any regrets in life?
I don't believe in keeping regrets.
That's good.
Yeah, but I do I do what I feel all the time. But sometimes I feel like I would have spent a little longer time with my grandfather and learnt a little more music from him. That is a small
Aw,
regret.
aw, that's actually quite sweet.
Small regret. Only a small regret, not a complaint, but a small regret.
Not a
But it's okay.
complaint, but a small regret.
But it's
before
okay.
before I ask you, before I
Yeah,
say, the last part, which I always say,
yeah.
I would love to promote you. So could you tell us if anybody would like to hear your music, find you, would like to connect with you in any way? Where can they find you on all your social media platforms, on your website? Where can they buy your music? Where can they just find you?
Just Google my name. It's Sadakat, Sadakat space Aman space Khan. It's Sadakat Aman Khan. Just Google my name, you will get everything.
See, that's a good way. So that got just find it, but it will
I'll
all
not
be on
promote
there.
myself like telling please follow me in Spotify and Apple Music. But if you can, if you Google me, you will get every references of mine for sure.
See, I've had the honor and pleasure of interviewing you today. But before I say any more, I'm not going to do my outro just yet because you promised me that you were going to play us something
Yeah,
before I do my outro. Okay?
yeah.
So, Sadakit, what are you going to play for us?
So I don't like. I want to sing my one of my grandfather's composition which he created.
Okay?
So like I spoke a lot about my father and grandfather. So I would like to end this podcast or interview with his song for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So this composition is based, like he wrote, and like I was too small at that time when I lost him, and later on my
Oh.
father taught me this composition. Dhere na, dhere na, dhere, dhere. Ah, de na, de re, nu. तुम काहे बजाए श्याम मुरलिया, मधुर मधुर ब्रजधार। तुम काहे बजाए श्याम मुरलिया, मधुर मधुर ब्रजधार। खोए सुध बुध ब्रिज के नारे, खोए सुध बुध ब्रिज के नारे, बिसर गई सब काम मुरलिया, मधुर मधुर ब्रजधार। तु तुम काहे बजाए श्याम मुरलिया, मधुर मधुर ब्रजधार। पकड़त बैया कर भर जोरी, पकड़त बैया कर बर जोरी, सब सखियन की गगरिया फोरी, माखन चोर करे मन चोरी, माखन चोर करे मन चोरी, मधुबन ले गई श्याम मुरलिया, मधुर मधुर ब्रजधार। तुम काहे बजाई श्याम मुरलिया, मधुर मधुर ब्रज, मधुर मधुर ब्रज, मधुर मधुर ब्रजधार। So this is one of his
Yay!
great compositions.
Can you tell me what it means? What does the song mean?
So तुम काहे बजाई श्याम मुरलिया, मधुर मधुर ब्रिज धाम. That means, Krishna, Lord Krishna in Hindu mythology, he was a
Yes.
god, and he really plays the flute efficiently, and the the girl that he loved, her name is Radha, and Radha is asking Krishna that you play the flute so efficiently that I feel like coming to you.
Oh, see?
So it means tum kahe bajai sham muraliya, means he's playing the flute in the evening. Madhur madhur bridge dham. It's beautiful written composition.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
See, that's where you know where talent lies. See,
He was a legend. No, he is a legend.
exactly.
He's
There you
still
go.
alive within us.
Exactly.
So, like, what can I say about him? If I say anything, like, it will be a very small thing to tell about him. So,
Sadikat, I want to thank you so much again
I
for
want to
coming on the
thank
episode.
you especially for inviting me to such a big platform.
Thank you so
And this
much.
is my first podcast and interview.
Hey,
So,
hey.
I thank you for inviting me.
No, thank you so much. And guys, thank you so much for listening to the Yes People podcast. And please remember you can subscribe and leave us a review on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and any other platform that you prefer listening to. Please also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can also donate to the Yes People podcast by simply going to the Savvy Rocks website or typing in www.paypal.me/us people podcast or donorbox.org/us people podcast. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Stay happy, stay positive, and as always, please continue to be kind to one another.
Time to let it go. Now's my time. Now's my time. Time to let it go. Now's my time. Now's my time. Time to let it go. Now's my time. Now's my time. Time to let it go. Now is the time for me to focus. Stop all that playing hocus pocus. Stop doing it yourself. You need a little help. This time I wanna see you shining. I think you need a little guidance.
Yeah, thank you so much, Savia, for having me. Like, I am very blessed.
Trust in the
Yeah,
process.
definitely, I enjoyed like a hell. I enjoyed a lot. And I told you before that I listened almost all your podcast, and you are doing a very amazing job. Like,
Gonna be okay. Okay. Made up my mind, now is my time to shine. Now is my time to shine. Time that you let go, time that you let go. Now is my time to shine. Now is my time to shine. Now is my time to shine.
yeah, one music I want to play for you, and then I'll definitely wrap up because it's too late in the night, and my parents are gonna kill me for sure.
Now's my time, now's my time, time to let it go. Now's my time, now's my time, time to let it go. You are your own worst enemy, thinking too far, what's ahead of me? One day at a time, just enjoy the ride. Open those eyes, see the light, ignite that fire inside it. Let it breathe breath into life, push all your fears to the side. Control your mind, it's all alright. Enjoy your life, the joy is mine. Commit to you, you got the tools. Everything you do, you make the rules.